A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to our beloved Vice Chancellor, Dr. Father Thomas C. Matthew, Pro Vice Chancellor Father Abraham, Registrar Dr. Anil Pinto, Deans and Associate Deans from various departments, HODs, faculty members, guests, and Christites. School of Law Christ is very proud to present to you our Shakespearean production, Julius Caesar. This literary journey into the world of Shakespeare was inspired by Professor Madhava Menon, which was initiated by Madam Esther Yates, who's unfortunately not here with us today. But law students are committed in carrying forward her legacy by continuing to engage in Shakespearean plays in the future too. We feel that this is one of the best gifts we can give back to her memory. This foray in theater started with Merchant of Venice, then moved on to the tragedies of Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, Romeo and Juliet, and the history play of Antony and Cleopatra, which is now followed by Julius Caesar. We hope that we are doing justice for the learning that Madam Yates has inculcated in us. I kindly request all of you to switch your mobile phones off and please avoid entry and exit through the doors that are to my right, because the characters will be having to move through and access these doors. And sit back, relax, and enjoy. Welcome to Rome, spanning 100 to 44 BC. Thank you.
It must be by his death.
Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once.
Caesar, beware the Ides of March.
If Caesar had stabbed their mothers, they would have done no less.
What should be in that, Caesar? Why should that name be sounded more than yours?
Let us be sacrificers, friends, but not butchers.
Friends! Romans! Countrymen!
Hence home, you idle creatures! Get you home! Is this a holiday? Speak! What way art thou?
Why, sir, the carpenter.
Where is thy leather apron in thy room? What is thou thy best apparel of?
Truly, sir, the prospect of a fine workman I am. You would say a cobbler.
You, what trade art thou?
Nay, I beseech you, sir, be not out with me yet. But if you be out, sir, I can mend you.
Meanest thou by that? Mend me? Thou saucy fellow.
But wherefore art not in thy shop today? Why dost thou lead these men about the streets?
Truly, sir, to wear out their shoes, to get myself into more work. But indeed, we make holiday to see Caesar and to rejoice in his triumph.
Wherefore rejoice? What conquest brings thee home? Oh, you cruel men of Rome, knew you not Pompey? Many a time enough you have climbed to walls and battlements, towers and windows, and there have sat to see great Pompey pass the streets of Rome. And do you now put on your best attire? And do you now cull out a holiday? And do you now strew flowers in his way and count it dry ember or Pompey's blood? Begone!
Caesar! 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 Caesar!
Caesar!
Ha! Who calls?
Bid every noise be still. Peace, yet again.
Who's it in the press that calls on me? I hear a voice shriller than all the music cry, Caesar. Speak. Caesar is turned to hear.
Beware the Ides of March.
What person is that? Set them before me. Let me see their face.
Look upon Caesar.
What sayest thou to me now? Speak once again.
Beware the Ides of March.
She is a dreamer. Let us leave her. Pass.
Will you go see the order of the course?
Not I, Cassius.
I pray you do.
I'm not gamesome. I do lack some of that spirit that seems to be in Antony. But let me not hinder your desires, Cassius. I'll leave you.
Brutus, I do observe you now of late. You bear too stubborn and too strange a hand over a friend that loves you.
Cassius, be not deceived. If I have veiled my look, I turn the trouble of my countenance merely upon myself. Vexed I am of late, with passions of some difference, conceptions only proper to myself, which perhaps give some soil to my behaviors, but let not therefore my good friends be grieved, of which number, Cassius, be you one. Nor construe any further my neglect than that poor Brutus with himself at war forgets the shows of love to others.
Then, Brutus, I have much mistook your passion. By means whereof this breast of mine had buried thoughts of great value, worthy cogitations. Tell me, good Brutus, can you see your face?
No, Cassius, for the eye sees not itself, but by reflection.
Art is just, and it is very much lamented, Brutus, that you have no such mirrors as will turn your hidden worthiness into your eye, that you might see your shadow. I have heard where many of the best respect in Rome, except the immortal Caesar, speaking of Brutus, and groaning underneath this age's yoke, have wished that noble Brutus had his eyes.
Into what dangers would you lead me, Cassius? That you would have me seek unto myself that which is not in me.
Therefore, good Brutus, be prepared to hear. And since you know you cannot see yourself so as well as by reflection, I, your glass, will modestly discover to yourself that of yourself which you yet not know of.
What means this shouting? I do fear the people choose Caesar for their king.
Aye. Do you fear it? Must I think you would not have it so?
I would not, Cassius. But yet I love him well. Wherefore do you hold me here so long, Cassius? What is it you would impart to me? If it be aught toward the general good, set honor in one eye and death in the other, and I will look on both indifferently.
I know that virtue to be in you, Brutus. Well, honor is the subject of my story. I was born free as Caesar. So were you. We both have fed as well, and we can both endure the winter's cold as well as he. For once, upon a raw and gusty day, the troubled Tiber chafing with her shoals, Caesar said to me, "Darest thou, Cassius, now leap in with me into this angry flood and swim to yonder point?" Upon the word, I plunged in and bade him follow. So indeed he did. The torrent roared, and we did buffet it with lusty sinews. But ere we could arrive the point proposed, Caesar cried, "Help me, Cassius, or I sink." And this man is now become a god. And Cassius is a wretched creature who must bend her body if Caesar carelessly but not on her.
Another general shout. I do fear these cheers are for some new honors that are heaped on Caesar.
Why, man, he doth bestride the narrow world like a colossus. Brutus and Caesar. What should be in that? Caesar. Why should that name be sounded more than yours? Write them together. Yours, Brutus, is as fair a name. Sound them, it doth become the mouth as well. Weigh them, it is as heavy. Conjure with them. And Brutus will start a spirit as soon as Caesar. Upon what meat doth this our Caesar feed, that he is grown so great?
That you do love me, Cassius, I am nothing jealous. thought of this, and of these times I shall recount hereafter, but for this present. But, Cassius, let me tell you this. Brutus would rather be a villager than to repute himself a son of Rome under these hard conditions.
Yon Cassius has a hungry look. She thinks too much. Such people are dangerous. Fear her not, Caesar. She is not dangerous. She is but a noble Roman and well given. But I fear her not. Yet if my name were liable to fear, I do not know the man I should avoid so soon as that spare Cassius. Such people never be at heart seas, whilst they behold a greater than themselves, and therefore are they very, very dangerous. I rather tell thee what is to be feared, Antony, than what I fear, for always I am Caesar. Come to my right hand. This here is a little deaf. And tell me truly what thou thinkest of her.
You pull me by the cloak. Would you speak with me?
Hi, Casca. Tell us what has happened here today that Caesar looks so sad.
Why, you were with him, were you not?
If I were, I would not ask, Casca.
Why, there was a crown offered him. And being offered him, he put it by the back of his hand. And then people fell a-shouting.
What was the second noise for?
Why, for that too.
They shouted thrice. What was the third noise for?
Why, for that too.
The crown offered him thrice.
Aye, Mary, was it? And he put it by thrice, every time gentler than the other. And at every putting by, mine honest neighbor shouted.
But who offered him the crown?
Why, Antony.
Tell us the manner of it, gentle Casca.
I can as well be hanged as tell the manner of it. It was mere foolery. I did not mark it. I saw Mark Antony offer him a crown. Yet, 'twas not a crown neither. 'Twas one of these coronets. And as I told you, he put it by once. But, for all that, to my thinking, he would fain have had it. And then, it was offered to him again. And he put it by again. But to my thinking, he was very loath to lay his fingers off it. And then it was offered him the third time. And he put it the third time by. And still as he refused it, the rabblement hooted and clapped their chapped hands and threw up their sweaty nightcaps and uttered such a deal of stinking breath Because Caesar refused the crown, that it had almost choked Caesar. But he swooned and fell down at it. And for mine own part, I durst not laugh, for the fear of opening my lips and receiving the bad air.
But soft, I pray you. What did Caesar swoon?
He fell down in the marketplace, foamed at mouth, and was speechless.
Very like. He doth have the falling sickness.
No, Caesar hath it not. But you, I, and honest Casca, we have the falling sickness.
Oh, Cassius, I heard not what you said or what you mean by that, but I am sure Caesar fell down.
What said he when he came unto himself?
When he came unto himself, he said, if he had done or said anything amiss, he desired their worship to think it was his infirmity. 3 or 4 wenches where I stood crying, Allah's good soul, and forgave them all their hearts. But there's no heed to be taken of them. If Caesar had stabbed their mothers, they would have done no less. I can tell you more news too. Marilus and Flavius, for pulling scarfs of Caesar's image, are put to silence. Farewell then. Ah, there was more foolery. Yet if I could remember it.
Will you dine with me tomorrow?
Aye, if I be alive, and your mind whole, and your dinner worth the eating.
Good. I will expect you.
Do so. Farewell, both.
This time I will leave you too, Cassius. If you desire to speak with me tomorrow, come home to me. I will wait for you. Farewell, Cassius.
Till then, think of the world. Well, Brutus, thou art noble. Yet I see thy honorable metal may be rot, from that it is deposed. Therefore, it is meet that noble minds keep ever with their likes. For who so firm that cannot be seduced? Caesar doth bear me hard, but he loves Brutus. If I were Brutus now and he Cassius, he should not humor me. I will this night, in several hands, in at his windows throw, as if they came from several citizens, writings, all tending to the great opinion that Rome holds of Brutus, wherein, obscurely, Caesar's ambition shall be glanced at, And after this, let Caesar seat him sure. For we will shake him, or worse days endure. Ah!
Are you not moved when all the sway of earth shakes like a thing unfirm? Either there's a civil strife in heaven, or else the world's too saucy with the gods, incenses them to send destruction.
Indeed. It is a strange disposed time. But men may often construe things after their fashion, clean from the purpose of the things themselves. Come, Caesar, to the capital tomorrow.
He doth. He did bid Antonius send a word to you. He will be there tomorrow.
Good night then, Casca. This disturbed sky is not to walk in.
Farewell, Cicero.
Who's there?
A Roman.
Ah, Casca, by your voice.
Your ear is good, Cassius. What night is this?
A very pleasing night to honest men.
Whoever knew the heavens menaced so.
Those that have known the earth so full of faults. For my part, I have walked about these streets, submitting myself unto this perilous night.
But wherefore did you so much tempt the heavens? It is the part of men to fear and tremble when the most mighty gods by tokens send such dreadful heralds to astonish us.
You are dull, Casca. Those sparks of life that should be in a Roman, you do want, or else you use not. You look pale and gaze, and you put on fear, and cast yourself in wonder to see the strange impatience of the heavens. But if you would consider the true cause, why all these fires? Why all these gliding ghosts? Why all these things that change from their ordinance, their natures and performed faculties to monstrous quality? To make them instruments of fear and warning unto some monstrous state. Now could I, Casca, name to thee a man who's like this dreadful night? A man no mightier than thyself or I in personal action, yet prodigious grown and fearful as these strange eruptions are.
'Tis Caesar that you mean, is it not, Cassius?
Let it be who it is.
They say the senators tomorrow mean to establish Caesar as a king, and he shall wear his crown by sea and land in every place, save here in Italy.
I know where will wear this dagger then. Cassius from bondage will deliver Cassius. For life never lacks the power to dismiss itself. If I know this, know all the world beside that part of tyranny that I do bear, I can shake off at pleasure.
So can I. that every bondman in his own hand bears the power to cancel his captivity.
And why should Caesar be a tyrant then? I knew he were not a wolf for Romans, not hinds. What trash is Rome, what rubbish and what awful, when it serves to illuminate so vile a thing as Caesar. Oh, grief. Where hast thou led me? I perhaps speak this before a willing bondman, and I know my answers must be made. But I am armed, and dangers are to me indifferent.
You speak to Casca, and to such a woman there's no flaring telltale. Hold my hand. Be factious for redress of all these griefs, and I shall set this foot of mine as far as who goes farthest.
There's a bargain made. Now know you, Casca, I have moved already some certain of the noblest minded Romans to undergo with me an enterprise of honorable but dangerous consequence. And I do know by this they stay for me at Pompey's porch. Casca, take this paper and throw it in at Brutus's window where he may find it. 3 parts of him are ours already. The man entire upon the next encounter.
Oh, he sits high in all these people's hearts, and that which would appear offense in us will change to virtue and to worthiness in his countenance.
Him, his worth, and our great need of him, you have right well conceited. Come, let us go, for it is after midnight, and ere day we will awake him and be sure of him.
Lucius! Lucius! Boy, awake, I say, Lucius! What, Lucius?
Will
Get me a
do, my
taper in
lord.
Study, Lucius. Get me a taper in my study, Lucius.
Oh, my lord.
It must be by his death. But for my part, I know no personal cause to spurn at him, but for the general. He would be crowned. How that might change his nature, there's the question. Crown him. And then I do grant we put a sting in him, that at his will he may do danger with. Lowliness is young ambition's ladder. where to the climber upward turns his face, but when once he attains the utmost round, he then unto the ladder turns his back, and so Caesar may. And therefore think him as a serpent's egg, which hatched would, as his kind do, grow mischievous. So we must kill him in the shell.
The taper burner is in your closet, sir. Searching the window for a flint, I found this paper thus sealed up. And I'm sure it did not lie there when I went to bed.
Get thee to bed again, Lucius. Is not tomorrow, boy, the Ides of March?
I know not, sir.
Look in the calendar and bring me word.
I will, sir.
Let's see. Brutus, thou sleepest. Brutus, thou sleepest. Awake and see thyself. Shall Rome and Caesar, speak, strike, redress. Brutus, thou sleepest. Awake. Such instigations have often been dropped when I have taken them up. Shall Rome and Caesar. Thus must I piece it out. Shall Rome stand under one man's awe? What? My Rome? My ancestors did from the streets of Rome drive the Tarquin when he was called a king. Speak, strike, redress. Am I entreated to speak? To strike? Rome! I make thee promise. If the redress will follow, thou receivest the full petition at the hand of Brutus.
Sir, March has wasted 14 days. The Ides of March is upon us.
'Tis good. Go to the gate, somebody knocks. Since Cassius first did wet me against Caesar, I have not slept. Between the acting of a dreadful thing and the first motion of it all the interim is like a phantasma or a hideous dream. But the genius and the mortal instruments are all in the Senate, and Rome, like a little kingdom, suffers the nature of an insurrection.
'Tis Cassius at the door who doth desire to see you.
Is she alone?
No, sir. There are more with her.
Let him enter. They are the faction. Oh, conspiracy. Shamest thou to show thy dangerous brow by night, when dangers are most free?
I think we're too bold upon your rest. Good morrow, Brutus. Do we trouble you?
I have been up this hour, awake all night. Know I these men that come with you?
Yes, every man of them. And no man here but honors you. and everyone doth wish you had but that opinion of yourself which every noble Roman bears of you. This is Trebonius,
He's welcome here.
this Metellacimba,
He's welcome too.
this Decius Brustus, and this Castor.
They are all welcome. Come, good friends. Give me thy hands one by one.
And let us swear our resolution.
No, not an oath, Cassius. If not the face of men, the sufferings of our souls, the times abused. If these be motives weak, friends, break off betimes. But if these be reasons strong enough, what need we then spur our cause or our performance to think that we need an oath? When every drop of blood that every Roman bears is guilty of a several bastardy.
But what of Cicero? Shall we sound her? I think she will stand very strong with us.
Let us not leave her out.
Oh, let us have her. For her silver hairs will purchase us a good opinion and bend men's voices to our command.
No, name him not. For she will not stand by anything that other men are beginning.
Then leave her out.
Indeed, she is not fit.
Shall no man else be touched, but only Caesar?
Decius, well urged. I think it is not meet that Mark Antony, so well beloved of Caesar, should outlive Caesar. We shall find of him a shrewd contriver, and you know his means. If he were to improve them, may as well stretch so far as to annoy us all, which, to prevent that Antony and Caesar fall together.
Our course will seem too bloody, Cassius. To cut off the head and then hack off the limbs too. No, friends. For Antony is but a limb of Caesar. Let us be sacrificers, friends, but not butchers.
Yet I fear him, for in the engrafted
Think
love
not
he-
of him, Cassius.
There is no fear in him. Let him not die.
The clock had stricken 3.
It's time to part.
But it is doubtful yet whether Caesar shall come forth today or no.
Never fear that. If he be so resolved, I can know his way. For I can give his humor the true bent, and I will bring him to the capital.
Caius Ligarius will bear Caesar hard. I wonder why none of you have thought of him.
Good, Metellus. Ligarius doth love me well, and I have given him reason to. Send him but hither, and I'll fashion him.
The morning comes upon us. We leave you, Brutus. Friends, disperse yourselves. But all remember what you have said, and show yourselves true Romans!
Ox, Lucius.
My lord, it's a sick man that would like to speak with you, my lord. My lord? My lord? My lord?
Coming, Lucius, coming! What is it, Lucius?
It's a sick man that would like to speak with you.
Ligarius, that Metellus spoke of. Boy, stand aside. Ligarius, how? What a time have you chose out to put on a kerchief, Ligarius? But you were not sick.
I am not sick. If Brutus have in hand any exploit worthy the name of honor.
Such an exploit do I have in hand, Ligarius. One that will make sick men whole again.
Aye, but are not some whole that we must make sick?
That must we also, Ligarius.
Then set on your foot, and with a heart new fired I follow you. To do I know not what, but it sufficeth that Brutus lead me forward.
Follow me then, Ligarius. And I will entreat you to whom and what it is that must be done.
They murder Caesar!
No heaven, nor earth have been at peace tonight. Who's within?
My lord,
Go, bid the priest do present sacrifice, and bring me their opinions of success.
I will, my lord.
What mean you, Caesar? Think you to walk forth? You shall not stir out of your house today.
Caesar shall forth. The things that threaten me never looked but on my back. When they shall see the face of Caesar, they are vanished.
Caesar, I never stood on ceremonies, yet now they frighten me.
What can be avoided whose end is purposed by the mighty gods? Yet Caesar shall go forth. For these predictions are to the world in general as to Caesar.
When beggars die, there are no comets seen. The heavens themselves blaze forth the death
Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. Of all the wonders that I yet have heard, it seems to me most strange that men should fear seeing that death. Such a necessary end will come when it will come. What say the augurers?
They would not have you to stir forth today. Plucking the entrails of an offering forth, they could not find a heart within the beast.
The gods do this in shame of cowardice. Danger knows full well that Caesar is more dangerous than he. And Caesar shall go forth.
Alas, my lord, your wisdom is consumed in confidence. Do not stir forth today. Call it my fear that keeps you in the house and not your own.
We shall send Mark Antony to the Senate House, and he shall say that you are not well today. Let me, upon my knee, prevail in this.
Mark Antony shall say that I am not well. And for thy humor, I shall stay at home today. Ah, here's Decius Brutus. He shall tell them so.
Caesar, all hail. Good morrow, worthy Caesar. I come to fetch you to the Senate House.
And you are come in very happy time to bear my greetings to the senators and tell them that I will not come today. Shall Caesar send a lie? Have I in conquest stretched mine arms so far to be afraid to tell graybeards the truth? Decius, tell them Caesar will not come.
Most mighty Caesar, let me know some cause, lest I be laughed at when I tell them so.
The cause is in my will. I will not come. That is enough to satisfy the Senate. But for your private satisfaction, because I love you, I will let you know. Calpurnia here, my wife, stays me at home today. She had dreamt tonight that she saw my statue, which, like a fountain within 100 spouts, did run pure blood, and many lusty Romans came smiling and did bathe their hands in it. And these does she apply for warnings, portents, and evils imminent, and upon her knees hath begged that I stay at home today.
This dream is all misinterpreted. It was a vision, fair and fortunate. Your statue spouting blood in many pipes in which so many smiling Romans bathed signifies that from you great Rome shall suck reviving blood. This, by Calpurnia's dream, signified.
And this way have you well expounded it.
I have. When you have heard what I can say, I know it now. The Senate have concluded to give this day a crown to mighty Caesar. If you shall send them word you will not come, their minds may change. Besides, it were a mock apt to be rendered for someone to say, break up the Senate till another time, when Caesar's wife shall meet with better dreams. Pardon me, Caesar, for my dear, dear love, to our proceeding bids me tell you this, and reason to my love is libel.
How foolish do your fears seem now, Calpurnia. I am ashamed I did yield to them. Bring me my robe, for I will go.